Magandang araw mga ka-JSS. Nandito pa rin tayo sa Dubai at ngayon po ang makakasama natin ay isang same industry, photography and videography business. 17 years na ginagawa nila ang pagpo-photography and videography dito sa Dubai. Makakasama natin si Ma'am Mel. Thank you, Ma'am.
Thank you for inviting. It's a privilege.
Yes. So, ayan, kumusta? Can you tell us about your childhood first? Ang kalumaki?
Oh, okay. OFW panganay. Panganay of 3 children, all girls.
Okay.
So my father left for Saudi when I was barely 6.
Okay.
And then so parang may 3-year contract, sometimes once after 3 years. Pero nung medyo lumaki na kami, parang every year umuwi na siya. Pero there was a time also that he had to, he lost his job. Tapos so nagbakasyon siya sa Pilipinas na more than a year. So we are not well off. So that's one thing that I appreciate is that if ever we get something, we appreciate it. Tapos I see the sacrifice of my parents na ang hirap magkalayo yung parents. Tapos I have to sit in front of ng bahay para maghintay ng kartero kasi sulat, wala kaming landline. Wala pang mobile, tapos walang video call. So we have to do voice tapes, yung magre-record ka sa cassette tape, tapos ganyan. And then my father would send us letters. Ang laging message na papa ko sa amin is, kasi magkadikit kami ng second, 1 year apart lang kami, kasi yung bunso namin is 12 years.
So, ikaw the eldest?
I'm the eldest.
Okay.
So, huwag kayong mag-aaway. So, pero, that's yung hardships nila nakita ko. So, bata pa lang ako, I wanted to be an entrepreneur.
Wow.
So, sabi ko, I want to help my parents, earn.
Okay.
Pero syempre, what can a child do? So, ang gagawin ko is, I would ask my mom to buy a booklet, a stationery booklet.
Yeah.
Tapos ngayon, I will sell per page sa classmates ko.
Okay, so ilan taong ka nito? Naunang ka?
Mga 7, 8 noon.
Nagbebenta ka na?
Oo, ng stationery. Tapos, sabi na, ubusan ako ng stationery. So, sabi ko, mahilig ako mag-drawing. Mahilig yung parents ko mag-drawing. Tapos, so, nag-drawing ako ng strawberry sa corner ng paper. Tapos, pabangon ng konti. Tapos, bebenta, bibili na. Okay, sige, so, ko. So, at least, nagkakaroon ng konting money.
Galing.
So, kasi, I saw the hardships na we cannot afford basic stuff. Like, for example, my mom wants to buy us storybooks.
Yeah.
But we cannot afford storybooks. So what she will do, she will borrow. I have a classmate who has, storybooks na board. Ang gagawin niya, she will handwrite.
Okay.
She will handwrite the story and then she will copy the photos.
Grabe.
So for us, just to have, Snow White. Sabi ko nga sana natago ko yun. Pero,
Tama. Diba?
yun. So that's how.
Naalala mo yung mga 6 years old ka nito?
From 7, yes.
7 years old. Napakabata pa, diba? For me, parang sa tingin ko, ang laking factor sa, kumbaga, yung bagay na pag-sales kasi, di ba, parang sa akin, yan yun eh. Once na natutunan mo yan, madadala mo na yan hanggang sa magnegosyo ka, which is yung heart ng business is a sales, di ba? So, which is significantly, kasi marami tayong lahat, kahit ako rin, di ba, sa probinsya, lumaki.
Nasaan kayo sa
Di ba? Bicol po.
Okay.
So, ayun yun. So, nakapagbinta rin ng mga kakanin, gulay, lahat yun. Hanggang sa nagkukulihin, nagtitinda pa rin. I'm not ashamed of tindang balot, di ba? Parang ganyan. But,
Correct, yes.
this is my story, but we're talking about your story. Okay, so, pag-usapan natin. So, okay, anak ka ng isang OFW.
Yes.
Okay. Ano yung pagkaramdam ng isang bata na naiwanan ng tatay? Di ba?
Yeah, so syempre, you're longing for the family to be complete. You're longing for a father figure. Although yung mom ko hindi siya nagkulang when it comes to bringing us to church. Tapos, she has, even though she has double degree,
Okay.
she has education and accounting degree, hindi siya nag-work. Kasi nga she has to,
To look after you guys.
Exactly, to look
Galing.
after us. She has to also, talaga tinutukan niya yung studies namin. Kasi, because I was also the first honor, top of the
student.
class,
Oh, wow.
elementary. I get a scholarship plus my sister pays half of the tuition. So I have to keep my status para malibre kami kasi ayaw ng mom ko, sabi niya, unfortunately the public schools hindi siya ganun ka yung quality, sabi niya you have to pero ganoon pa rin yung mentality ng Filipinos na you have to excel in school so you can get a good job.
Absolutely.
A good job. Pero yun pa rin yun. So get into a good school so you can get better opportunities.
Galing.
Which is true naman. And I appreciate talaga yun na after that, I was able to get accepted in Manila Science High School. Although it was really like 2 hours travel one way from home.
But that was a scholarship though. It was a scholarship.
Yes. And then it was on top high school sa
Galing.
Philippines.
Galing. Okay, going to uni.
University of the Philippines, UP Diliman.
Grabe naman. Pagka mga taga-UP, na-intimidate talaga ako ng konti. Kasi,
Pero hindi, ako. Although UP Diliman, sabi ko, MRR ako dun kasi I failed my first degree. Yun. So parang yun yung first choice ko, engineering. Hindi kasi syempre engineering, ganyan. So kailangan pumasok ka sa engineering para makakuha ka ng magandang work, So talagang pinush ko yung engineering, pumasa. Pero the third year kasi artist by heart, tsaka artist talaga ako yung gusto kong gawin.
yun talaga pangarap mo. Bukod sa maging entrepreneur.
Yes. Kasi mahilig talaga mag-painting, mag-drawing.
Okay.
Tapos sabi ko, gusto kong fine arts. Kailangan ng malaking pera, tsaka ano magiging trabaho mo, ganyan. Ano sweldo mo, ano, ganyan. So, mag-engineering ka. Okay, sige.
Okay. So, na-influensyahan ng parents.
Yes, pero yun hindi na kinaya ng third year. So, after the third year, I have to shift. Nag-shift ako sa interior design.
Okay. At least, di ba?
At least.
Okay, great.
So, first job, sa Pilipinas ba to? Or?
Oo, sa Philippines. So, naalala ko, first job ko is sa bed company. So, I thought na ang job ko is magiging related sa interior design kasi that's the ad. But the ad was looking for a interior design graduate. Unfortunately, sige, maging interior design ka, pero kasi puro mattresses yung binibenta nila. So, there was hardly any designing involved. Ang karamihan ng job is to sell the bed.
So, nauwi pa rin sa sales.
Sales and admin. So, doon ko na rin sa kailangan lahat to. Yung inventory mo, magsa-sales ka, yung admin work. So, tas isasara mo yung shop. So, yung so, kailangan your product knowledge is this. Tas may script, you have to follow a script. So, sabi ko, nauwi pa rin ako sa sales. So, pero 6 months lang ako doon kasi nga parang
Hindi mo gusto? O hindi mo linya?
Oo, hindi ko linear. Kasi, and then I felt like, parang sayang yung pag-aaral ko kasi, I'm like a sales person sa mall.
Of course.
So, sabi ko, okay, I have to transfer to another job na napunta naman ako sa office furniture.
Okay.
Pero I think everywhere na mapuntahan ko, kailangan may sales. So, napunta ako sa office furniture, tapos sa Mandaluyong. Tapos, sabi nila, so you're gonna design, you recommend office furniture. So, that was the background na bibigay nila sa'yo para hook na makuha ka nila na, okay, you're going to know about office furniture, ergonomics, electronics. Tapos, pero may kasamang magbenta ka.
That's okay. Baka naman may komisyon. Kaya okay na
May commission, yeah. So, pero syempre parang, sales na naman. So, 8 months lang din ako doon.
Okay. So, after that, what's happened?
Modular kitchen.
Okay.
Baka may designing to. Okay. So, it's one of the biggest modular kitchen and talagang, modular kitchens. They have windows. Tapos, and ganda ng products sa Makati and all that. So, pero again, may part sales. So,
It lasted longer than
it
previous
lasted
one?
8 months again. So,
Wow.
because I said, doon na nagkaroon ng opportunity to go abroad. Kasi pinapush din ako ng mom ko na, tsaka na-realize ko din ang hirap pala. Sabi ko, nakailangan na lang. Tapos, magkano yung salary plus magkano yung tax sa'yo. Tapos, I was traveling from Valenzuela to Makati. Tapos, babalik. Sabi ko, parang nakakapagod.
2 hours to get there, 2 hours back, 4 hours na ulit. Biyahe pa lang, ano?
Oo. Pero, kasi ang my manager that time, yung sa Makati, yung boss ko sa Makati, siya yung nag-convince sa akin na if you get an opportunity to go abroad, grab it. Sabi niya. So, nalala ko si Sir Lenny. He told me, kasi sabi ko, siya yung area manager namin. Sabi niya, when I was your age,
Yeah.
kasi atenista siya. So, I was already promoted as area manager. So, I got car perks, magandang sweldo. Pero all of my subordinates, my team members, they were given opportunities to go abroad. They grabbed it. Nagpunta sa Germany, Canada, and all. So, he said na ngayon, nasan ako? I'm still an area manager. Sabi niya.
Totally.
Nasa na sila? They are citizens of that country. Nakapagpundar sila ng sariling business. Nagkano sila ng bahay. I'm still this. So, sabi niya,
ba dito?
So, sabi niya, while you're young, ngayon daw kasi hindi na siya dahil because of his age, sabi niya, hindi na siya makakuha ng opportunity abroad.
Wow, so,
Kaya sabi niya, Huwag kang mahinayang with your, kasi syempre, when you're young, may isip mo, yung boyfriend ko, yung may iwan ko, yung mga friends ko dito. Sabi niya, huwag kang mahinayang dyan. So, siya yung nagsabi sa akin na, if you get an opportunity to go abroad,
Just do it.
grab it.
Wow. So, paano dumating? Dubai ba kagad first?
Yes, Dubai na.
So, paano, pag-usapan natin Dubai, transition na tayo.
Yes, first time kong gusto makina ng aeroplano.
So, paano dumating yung opportunity?
Nabasa ko sa Manila Bulletin.
Okay.
Yeah, so they were like looking for an interior design graduate. So sabi ko, that's me.
Okay.
Tapos it's a furniture brand
Nice.
in Dubai. Tapos sabi ko, so I attended the interview. Tapos kasi it took 6 months. Although sabi nila you're accepted after 3 months, it took additional 4 months. So halos 7 months akong nagtintay.
Okay. Marami kang dalang ba akong pera? Papunta?
Hindi. Have to pay agency. Ang dala kong pera is $20. Yun yung, kasi that's the only amount, that's the only money my mom had.
Grabe.
Sabi niya,
So, $20 pero libre tirahan.
oo.
Yung accommodation is
Yes.
fine. So, what
Hindi,
nothing to worry about.
libre, bale, parang in advance ng company.
Oh, I see.
Tapos
Yeah.
babawas sa sweldo.
That's fine, which is there's nothing to worry about. Maski na 6 months pa yan. As long as okay pa ako.
Okay
Kasi
pa ako.
$20, otherwise, hindi enough, di ba?
Oh, yes. Ang binili ko ay timba. So, $20 at saka yung... Kasi yung unfortunately, syempre sabi na, nagpabahay ito ng ng company, so it should be nice, no? Pero pagdating pala, hindi pala. Sabi ko, kahit hindi kami mayaman, at least yung bahay namin, mas okay kaysa dito.
Diba?
Kasi ito kasi sharing, sabi ko, at least kami nung sisters ko, malaki yung room namin, 3 kami. Yun.
Tsaka private yun, diba? At kapatid mo yung kasama mo, dito
kasama,
hindi,
oo.
ibang tao yung mga to.
Yung sa pagdating ko dito, ang bahay namin, para siya small villa, para shanty, na tapos walang bintana, tapos
Silan kayo?
2 bunk bed. Tapos so may 2 bunk bed, tapos wala pang room, wala na, hindi na magkakasya ang aparador.
Ilang shower? Meron?
So yung shower sa labas.
Oo,
Tapos
share din kayo.
Oo. Tapos pagbukas mo ng tubig, kumukulo.
Dahil sa init
Sa
ng
init
weather.
Oo, ng weather.
Grabe.
June 2004.
Wow. Okay, so apart from those challenges, 'di ba? Siyempre andito ka na, opportunity, 'di ba? Pero naiwan ka ng tatay mo, 'di ba? Pero ang maganda lang siguro kasi single ka pa nung umalis ka sa Pilipinas. So that would make difference kung may bata na maiiwan, 'di ba? Kasi mag-iiba yung perspective mo for sure.
Yes.
So ang kagandahan nag-iisa ka. So at saka pangarap mo rin naman, 'di ba? Mag-abroad. So at saka sana may opportunity maging entrepreneur dito sa abroad. So pag-usapan natin first job sa Dubai.
So my first job in Dubai, I was offered 2,200 dirham
Per month.
per month.
Okay.
Tapos pas babawas nila yung accommodation na 450. So sabi ko, pero binawas nila 2 months. Pero sabi ko, I cannot stay here na may surot, tas may yung AC na mamatay ta sa init. So sabi ko, may surot. So, pero galing kasi
Grabe.
sobrang miserable. Tapos ang galing kasi na-answer yung prayer ko na may dumating ang ka-roommate. Sabi niya, I don't want any other, kasi kasya 4, kasi bunk bed, dalawa. Pero sabi niya, kukunin ko na yung kalahati. Pero 2 lang kami sa room.
Okay.
So, kinuha niya, tinanggal niya lahat ng furniture sa rooms, 2 na lang kami. Like, uy, wow, nakatas. Naglagay siya ng TV, naglagay siya ng
Nice
so, sabi ko,
one.
at least, yung last month ko, kasi hindi ko na makuha yung money. Yung last month ko doon, at least medyo maginhawa, mabait yung
Swerte naman. Diba? Kasi iba talaga namang di ba? Galing.
Tapos yung AC, pinaayos niya kasi nga gusto niya. Kasi asawa siya ng kabit siya ng lokal. So, sabi, one of the wives.
Kailan ba? Okay. Galing. So, experience na sa first job mo sa Dubai.
So, yung experience ko doon is I was a visual merchandiser. Pero at least, na-practice ko. At hindi ako kailangan magbenta. So, na-practice ko yung aking interior design. So, talaga nag-design ako ng setup, ng living room setup. Tapos, I have to put together an interior design look. So, yun yung yung...
Galing.
Yeah,
So, at least gusto mo na hindi na sa sales, di ba?
Yes. Tapos sabi ko, the first ang ginawa ko after a year, sabi ko mag-apply ako ng loan. Gusto kasi nakita ko yung demand for sasakyan. Kasi wala pang metro, wala pang may mga bus, pero lagi ako naiiwan kasi lagi ako, may service kami, pero lagi ako naiiwan ng service.
Okay, so, 1 taon lang. Kahit gusto mo na yung ginagawa mo, so the reason you're changing kasi may nakikita pong mas magandang opportunity? Or?
Hindi pa naman. Sabi ko, so after 1 year, I said mag-apply muna ako ng driver's license. So after 1 year, nag-drive ako. Tapos nakuha ako ng musor kasi madali makakuha ng license. Tsaka coach yun ng time na kahit 2,200 lang sweldo. Tas after 6 months, dahil may driver's license ka on the CV
Yeah.
and on your, may sarili
help.
sasakyan.
Significantly, di ba?
Exactly. Nakakuha ko ng job na halos more than double. Pero hindi ng triple. So, from 2,200, actually, bago umalis, binigyan nila ako ng additional 500.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, 400. Lagi 2,600. Pero sabi ko, 400 lang after a year and a half. Tapos, so the new job I was offered 5,000. So, sabi ko,
Wow. So after, it was six months later.
yes, bale 1 year, halos 2 years na ako.
Okay. So 2 years na yung opportunity ng 5,000. So that's not bad. But then, so sa Pilipinas, yung huling sweldo mo, bago ka nag-Dubai, was it significant ba yung, kasi 2,000, it will be how much in pesos?
2004 ako umalis. So, 2003, 2004 yung job ko doon, So, nalala ko kasi parang 9,000 quincenas.
Okay, so parang 20,000, not even 20,000 per month.
Pero take home ko lang is parang wala pang 6,000 because of all the deductions anyway,
Okay.
So, sorry, parang pag bukas mo ng ATM, 5,000 na pwede kong withdraw. Parang wala pang 9,000 kasi nga yung sweldo. Parang,
Okay. So ito yung sa Philippines, right? So
yes.
pagdating sa Dubai, yung first month mo na 2,000 dirham, correct?
Yes.
Pag kinonvert mo ng Philippine money, how much was it?
30,000 nung time na yun. Bali times 26.
Okay, so nasa...
Times
At least
1350, ganun.
Okay, so na
So,
parang...
nagiging 30,000.
Okay,
Kasi
so-
naalala ko, biniyaran ko sa agency 32,000. So, kasi daw, yung
Isang buwan.
sa
At least one
so,
month.
niloan namin yun sa co-op. So,
Okay.
I have to pay na parang,
Yeah.
utang namin sa co-op, bayaran ko kasi nga yun yung...
Tama. But then, di ba, a year later, parang nag-10x, more pa di ba? Doon sa 18,000 to 5,000 here, right? So,
Oo,
5,000
yes.
dito, magkano na yun sa Pilipinas?
Parang 60,000.
So, di ba, kumbaga,
50,000.
ang ganda na, kung tutuusin.
Yes, correct, yes.
Oo.
Taka ilang 2 years pa lang ako, parang
Tapos
yes,
single.
exactly.
Okay.
Oo. Pero syempre, mama ko, very, siya, wise siya sa money. Sabi niya, okay, lumasado mo, gawin mo, kukuha kita ng lupa.
Okay.
So, kinuha niya ako ng lupa sa,
Okay.
bayaran mo hulugan mo.
Okay.
Sabi niya gano'n. Sa Clark.
Okay. So pag-usapan na natin, kasi ang gandang, sa part na to, as an OFW, lahat ng audience natin is OFW, di ba? So, single ka pa lang, you already convinced to invest in the property.
Yes.
Ang galing mo naman. So,
Magaling mama ko.
so pero ikaw,
Top advice.
in terms of remittances, di ba? Kasi tayo, mas madalas na OFW, parang, okay, pamilya, di ba? Tapos lalo ikaw, siyempre, sabi mo nga may mga kapatid, pero at least, di ba, si daddy naman, nakabalik na si daddy mo nito, nasa Philippines na.
Nag-abroad pa rin siya na.
Okay, so hindi masyado. Kumbaga okay lang sa iyo muna, pero at least, ba't mas pinili mong padala pa rin sana para mag-invest?
So nagpadala pa rin ako. Plus, syempre, to support the parent.
Okay.
Kasi nag-aaral nag-aaral pa yung bunso namin.
Okay.
So, sabi ko,
Magastos pa rin, di ba?
gastos pa rin.
So at least, yung sa daddy mo, yung napunta ng daddy mo, how many years siya nag-Saudi?
Halos 34 years.
34 years. At least magandang buhay yung niraranas niya sa Pilipinas. Hindi na,
Ang hirap actually. So, mahirap pa rin. I mean, yes, better than we were.
course,
Of
yeah,
course, yeah. So, I cannot complain kasi nagkaroon kami ng sariling bahay, meron kami sariling lugar.
that kind of
Tapos
perspective. di ba?
nagda-drive sila,
Yeah.
hindi sila yung hindi kami yung how we were when I was little. Kasi dati nakatira lang kami sa lola ko. So, katabi lang kami ng bahay ng lola ko.
Diba? So,
Pero ngayon may sarili kaming lupa. So,
Galing.
yun yung...
Oo.
may sarili silang lupa. Parents ko yun.
Okay, so ang ganda, nakapagpunta ka ng mga nasa 25 ko pa lang ito. Or even less.
Hindi, 20. So, yung second job ko, ilan?
No. Yung nakapagbili ka na ng property.
So, nag-start ako, hinulugan ko yun for 5 years. Nag-start ako ng 26.
26. So parang 26 at least, di ba? Nakabili ka ng subdivision ba to or
Subdivision.
farm? Okay,
Subdivision
subdivision.
sa, Subic. So,
Okay.
katabi nung, katabi ng Clark, Subic.
Grabe. So, ang intention mo noon is just for an investment or just kung eventually magiging bahay mo doon katitira?
Investment lang.
Investment lang talaga.
Well, as actually, naisip ko din, siguro Monday titira din ako doon. Kasi, may balita na noon na nagkaroon na ng airport.
Okay.
Magkakaroon ng airport.
Okay nga, may airport na. Diba?
May
Significant
airport
yung
Clark.
taas ng lupa.
Significant. Kasi nabili ko siya property price noon, 650,000.
Wow. So ngayon, millions na for sure. Magaling. So hanggang ngayon, hindi pa nabili?
Hindi pa. Hindi ko binibenta. Hintayin ko magbukas yung bagong airport.
Okay, sa Bulacan. Okay. Galing. So, Yung napapadala mo, pambayad sa lupa, pambigay sa family, yung natitira sa sweldo mo, ano yung, I mean, intentional ba na nag-save? Nag-save ka ba? Apart from dun sa napapadala mo sa lupa na investment? Or,
Save ako.
o nag-i-enjoy ka na lang kasi dalaga naman ako?
Di, sobra ako, tawag na rin akin mama ko, ako ripot mo.
Okay.
Kasi never akong bibili ako hindi ako mahilig mag-shopping. Hindi ako mahilig manood ng sine,
Okay.
hindi ako mahilig lumabas, hindi ako nagbabar, di rin ako Yes. Ano lang talaga ako. Siguro ang ano ko lang talaga is, ewan ko, talaga books, tsaka
Basta ka lang, gano'n lang.
may addiction siguro.
Kung may
sa
free time ka that time,
entrepreneurship.
anong ginagawa mo?
So, free time, nanonood ako ng series, ng Friends, and yung sa bahay, kasi ang talaga homebody. Tapos, ang weird doon, sabi nga ng mama ko, mahilig ka talagang siguro entrepreneur ka talaga. Kasi ang gagawin ko, nung time na yun, bibili ako ng items sa Dragon Mart, tapos mag-online.
Siling ka. Tapos sa side
Oo.
hustle mo yun.
Oo, side hustle ko yun.
Grabe.
Kasi sabi ko, anong gagawin ko? Single ako, tapos may sasakyan ako, tapos wala akong oras. So, gagawin ko, pupunta ako, mamibili ako ng bulk. Tapos ang gagawin ko, uwi ako, pipicture ako sa hanger. Tapos, wala pang Amazon.ae.
Yeah.
Anong pa nun is souk.com.
Okay.
Yun yung Amazon.ae na binili ng Amazon dito. Souk.
Magkano kinikita mo sa side hustle?
1,000 to 2,000 dirhams a month.
Wow.
Pero
Sa side hustle.
para sa side hustle.
Side hustle pa lang yun. Di ba? Tapos kumikita ka na ng 5K, right? So, it's 6,000 ka na.
Tapos, ang bilis pa nung kasi din hindi ako nahihiyang magtanong ng raise.
Okay.
Can you increase my salary? Can you increase? Pero talaga kasi, kasi nga medyo,
Okay.
wala akong tawag dito, wala akong bisyo, tapos wala akong ginagawa. Talagang, rin ako, tutok ako sa trabaho, tapos, walang social life. May social life per konti. So, from first year doon, 5,000, naging 6,000.
Okay.
Basta after 3 years, bago ako umalis, ang sweldo ko na nun is 9,000.
So, okay. Ang ganda ng ginagawa mo, no? Kasi may investment ka na, tapos yung pera, iniipon mo na sa side hustle ka pa. Ano yung pinaglalaanan mo nung perang gusto, nung kinikit? Kumbaga, siguro the right question is, what is your goal of earning such a lot na parang, okay, I need to earn this because of what? What is your motivation or goals that time?
So, ang ako gusto ko nun is maging umuwi na papa ko.
Okay.
So, sabi ko, I can support them na parang hindi na dapat nagtatrabaho.
Okay.
Magkasama sila. Tapos sabi ko, I want to have a business din. Kasi sabi ko,
Back home.
back home or
Okay.
dito, sabi ko rin, I can get, ang una kong naisip na business is kumuha ng flat. Tapos, para, unti-unti muna, parang malibre yung tira ko.
Okay.
So, kumuha ako ng flat.
Okay.
Tapos sumunod sabi ko, gusto ko ring mag-open ng business back home, pero ang nahirapan
Okay.
yung remote na tsaka parents ko pala, hindi na pala kaya ng mama ko, ganun. So, yun yung
Okay, ang ganda. So, ang ganda ng kasi nakakatuwa lang, di ba, na pag, kumbaga, yung plano mo, tapos ginagawa mo ng actions, kailan dumating yung opportunity para mabili yung first ever flat mo dito sa Dubai?
Neto na lang yan na nag-decide kami 2018. So, I met my husband 2008. Yes.
Pinoy din?
Yes, Pinoy din, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Tapos, meron pa nga yung story na na gusto lang ng business dito ng restaurant kasi nga meron akong konting ipon na tapos
Yeah.
may landlady ako na I was living with her for 2.5 years. Pero nung nag-asawa ko, nag-shift out kami ng asawa ko, tapos nabalitaan lang niya kasi I kept in touch.
Okay.
Kasi may business siya dito. Tapos she was working in what you call this? In a construction company. Parang isa siya sa mga head accountants.
Okay.
Tapos, sabi ko, may business siya na, sabi niya na, if you give me 40,000, kasi nabalitaan niya na meron ako 40,000 na gusto kong kumuha na flat,
Okay.
na isa pang flat. So, sabi niya, if you give me that 40,000, I will give you 7% return,
Okay.
monthly. So, not bad. So, sabi ko,
Yeah.
2,800, 40,000. So, I gave her that 40,000. Tapos, she was giving me 2,800
Okay.
a month. So, ngayon, nung dahil may money nga siya, we kept in touch. So, nabalitaan niya na gusto namin mag-open ng restaurant. Kasi, me and my husband, noong time na nagkaroon kami ng opportunity to get a loan for 500,000 total. 250,000 for me, 250,000 for him.
So, the goal of having the loan is whatever you want to do with that money?
Yes.
Wow.
So, sabi namin, well, let's open a restaurant plus a home furnishing business kasi yun yung background ko, interior design. So, I want to bring Filipino products here. Kasi I want to, wala pa kasi nung hindi pa uso yung hindi pa uso yung street food dito. So, sabi ko, why can't we bring it here? So, yun yung concept. So, nabalita nung landlady ko, sabi niya, I want to invest also, I'll give you. Tapos sabi ko, I would need her expertise kasi magaling siya sa money, accountant siya, tapos I don't have a background, tapos meron na siyang business dito, so I think she could help.
Okay, well, Filipino also.
Oo, Filipino also.
Okay.
So I said like, okay, good, so ganito na lang. Tapos sabi niya, since we're waiting, nagbayad pa lang kami na down payment dun sa pwesto, which is 35,000. Tapos sabi niya, since we're waiting for the what you call this, to open kasi it's under construction, why don't I keep the money and then I will, dahil ilang months lang naman, bigyan kita ng 3% dun sa money na yon. So that's not bad. So 500, bali total na, maging total 600. Kasi yung isang office mate namin, narinig din yung business, sinabi din namin, tapos sabi niya, I'll invest 60,000.
Okay, so partnership ito.
Another gave 30,000. So, naging total amount na nung nasa money sa kanya, 660,000.
So, but 4 partners. Apat kayo, magkaka...
Tatlong major partner, may husband, tsaka yung, tapos yung may maliliit na shares, yung dalawang office mates namin.
Okay, siya natuloy ito.
So hindi. Kasi, ilang buwan pa lang, tapos nung nasa kanya na yung money, na 660,000, binigyan niya ang post-dated checks for proof, tapos, a few months, sabi ng mama ko, kasi nagkaroon siya ng myoma and she needs operation. Sabi ko, I'll withdraw, may pera pa ako dito, withdraw ko muna yung 30,000 for your operation. Kaso, tinatawagan ko na yung landlady ko, hindi na siya sumasagot.
Oh, no.
Yung pala wala na siya sa country.
Oh my God. Okay, so para na sa kaalaman, di ba? So, dito sa Dubai, you trusted so much in terms of money. Ano yung nasa isip mo? Bakit pa pumayag kayo na ibigay yung... Kasi mas para sa akin, di ba? So, siyempre, you cannot, hindi mo na pwedeng ibalik yung nakaraan.
Correct.
Kasi maaaring nagsobrang tiwala lang. Di ba? Kasi kababayan.
Correct.
Di ba? Karang ang sakit lang maloko ng nasa ibang bansa ka ng kapwa natin Pilipino. Kung merong mga ganitong offer ngayon, kasi it's too good to be true eh.
Correct, yeah.
Diba? Laki ng offer na return, but then you will give you for that. It's as a simple of, okay, give me your money, I will give you interest. But then, on the other hand, pero may gagawin tayong business, maaring whatever. Ano na yun eh, intentional na alam nilang gagawin yun eh, pero hindi, ang gusto talaga, magtiwala kayong mabigay sa kanya yung pera, then goodbye. Diba? Ano sa tingin mo, kung nangyayari pa yung ganyang kalakaran ngayon dito, I'm not sure, maybe kung hindi man sa Dubai, sa ibang bansa, kung alam mo lang na ganun yung mangyayari at mag-prevent yung pangyayaring ganun, what would you suggest o advise?
Do not entrust money that you cannot afford to lose. Siguro kunya nagbigay ka ng money na kunya investment. Pag sinabing wala na to, how much it will affect your life. Ibig sabihin. Kumbaga, parang sugal eh. It's still, parang kaya mo bang ma-afford na mawala yan lahat? Isipin mo na, pag na-wipe out yan lahat, mawala yung kumuha.
Agree, 100%. Kasi ang sabi daw, pag nag-business ka, ito yung first in ever business mo sana. Diba? Kasi ang sinasabi ng iba, totoo, I agree with that. 100% naniniwala ako. That's the rule of thumb. Ika nga. Kung mayroon kang 100,000 na naipon para magnegosyo, dapat yung unang-unang negosyo mo, 10,000 lang daw yung investment na you can afford to lose.
Correct.
Diba? Na sinasabi, yung kamukha na sinasabi mo. Para mawala man yan, meron pa akong 90,000 na baka may 10 times pang investment. Kasi the chances are, sa unang investment mag-fail. Kaya nga sabi ko, nakakabilib yung sinundan bago ikaw. Kilala mo rin sila actually. Diba? Si Afford the Cup.
Okay.
Diba? Tumama sa una, dire-diretso eh. Diba? May mga ilan-ilan na dito pa lang sa Dubai ito, series namin sa Dubai. May mga negosyanteng unang negosyo tumama. So,
that's good.
napakaswerte nila. 'Di ba? Pero ang sakit noon, 'di ba? Ang sakit noon. So, tama yung advice na kumbaga kung kaya mo mag-invest doon sa mga taong although siguro yun nga, yung 10% nung kung magkano man yung ipon mo, okay lang yun para kahit matalo yan, okay lang. 'Di ba?
Yes.
Ganda. So, after that, so ano nangyari?
So yun, wala na sila. Tapos, syempre parang, alam mo yun, depression, anxiety, pero I realized na there's nothing we can do, no? So,
You cannot sue him at all?
you have to shell out more money. As in talagang zero, hindi lang zero, negative na negative. Tapos yung gagalit pa yung colleague namin, nang nagbigay sa amin ng 90,000. So sabi namin, paano na ibabayaran yung 90,000? Plus yung bank, Tapos yung installment namin sa bank is about 13,000 something per month. Tapos pag pinagsama yung sweldo namin ng husband ko nung time na yun, about nasa 11,000 lang. So parang, paano yan? Parang ano. Yan yung 2,000, parang parang namin kakasal 2009.
Grabe yan.
Early 2009. Tapos dineposit namin yung mga checks na binigay niya sa amin.
Nag-bounce na yan, right?
Bounce lahat. So sabi namin, tapos wala na pala sila sa country. So sabi namin, okay. So parang, what do we do now? So we move on.
Life is,
Yes, kailangan bayaran natin yung integrity natin. Sabi namin na as we have to be honest also, let's just pay the bag. So we relied on yung photography na which is our hobby. Tas nagkasabay-sabay din naman na parang we attended photography workshop ng international.
Pero kasi utang pa yun eh. Di ba?
Yes.
Hindi naman sa'yo yun eh.
Correct.
Inutang mo
So
naman yun eh.
parang kaming nagbabayad sa bangko ng wala lang.
Okay. After that nangyari, napatawad mo na ba yung tawag mo kasi nito?
Oo, kasi nga I realized na without that siguro wala kami sa business ngayon. Wala kami sa Melrish.
So the revenge is success, right?
Oo, yes.
Di ba?
I mean, who knows ba, may bigla siya mag-turn up. Sorry, dahil may utang ako sa 600. Ito, 100,000.
Who knows?
Ano kung tatanggapin ko rin siya 100,000.
Grabe ang bigat.
Pero yes.
Kung magkakaroon ng malay mo mapanood ng video nyo. Ito genuinely, I respect kung gusto mong sagutin o hindi. Kung mapapanood niya ito ngayon at makakausap niya ito sa camera, anong mensahe mo sa kanya kung sino man tong tao na to? Without mentioning the name.
Yes, I forgive her. I forgive them.
Oh, okay.
Oo, kasi syempre sila mag-asawa yun. So, I forgive them. And I'm, kung kayang dalhin sa konsensya nila, it's up to them. Parang kunyari, if they want to not pay, it's up to them. Pero for me, I forgive them and, we move on and we're thankful then kay God. Hindi sa kanila. We're thankful to God that we saw His provision that time. Kasi because of that, nakita talaga namin na God is faithful, talaga na He provided talaga right on time in His time. So that helped us grow in our faith as well.
Galing, grabe. Mga ilang taon na nakakaraan ito?
So 2009 to. So ngayon, na siya? 16 years ago.
Grabe. So fully paid na yung utang mo? Hindi pa yan?
Yes, fully paid na. 2014, nung fully paid na siya, doon ako nag-resign sa trabaho.
Sa mga lang, side notes lang, grabe yun. Ibang level yung pinagdaanan mo, di ba? Pero ang tapang nyo, at saka parang you look at nakikita ko sa'yo, instead of maging lugmok, although siyempre totoo naman yun, naging depression sa mga unang panahon, pero yung pagpapatawad, at saka yung siguro yung mag-move on, and then, para maging you look in a very positive way, na naging opportunity para sa'yo na okay, kung hindi dahil sa kanila, hindi rin kami ganito ngayon kung nasa saan ka ngayon, which is great, very positive attitude. Oo, pero di ba, sayang, yung perang pinaghirapan, huwag pagkatiwala ng ganun-ganun kabilis. It doesn't necessarily pero di ba, dun sa mga kababayan natin.
Yung iba nga, sabi ko nga, so talagang now kahit anong, even though we had a lot of offers na sa partnerships and all, because of that, then, na-learn ko na yung lesson na, no, we will not, it's, even though it's tempting to have a partnership, if ang partnership is, you have to put in something that you cannot afford to lose, wag na lang. Parang gano'n.
Just, I think yun din I agree, but partner as a husband and wife, there's nothing.
Correct.
Galing. Okay, so pag-usapan natin ngayon, move on tayo sa na, ang hirap kasi ako, hindi masarap sa pakiramdam, nung parang tayo kapwa Pilipino, imbis magtulungan. Yung kapwa natin pa yung iniisahan mo.
Yes. Correct.
Hindi maganda. So, okay. So, paano, business diba? Yung business na pangarap mo dahil nawala nga yung pera mo, paano nagbalik sa trabaho ulit? Or?
So, nag-work pa rin talaga kami. From 2009, yun yung nagkaroon kami, yun nga yung crisis na yun. So, nag-shoot kami every weekend, tas mag-edit after work. Buti namin work pa rin kami from 9 to 6. So, working 9 to 6 Monday to,
So, full-time side hustle yung photo and video?
Side hustle, photo and video.
Okay.
Yes. Pero nung 2014, parang tapos na yung loan.
Tapos na yung
5 years to pay.
Okay. Kailan dumating sa point na, okay, yung side hustle, it will become full-time? Kailan dumating? Paano nag-transition? Gusto ko lang makita yung transition kasi lahat, ako nakaka-resonate kasi ako dyan din Linyahan natin yun. So, ikaw, ano yung ginawa niyong diskarte in terms of diskarte talaga, di ba? Para, kumbaga, kailan niyo sinabi, pwede na tayong, kaya na natin to, di ba?
So, noong 2014, una, syempre parang, so we have a demand na parang every weekend we're shooting. Tapos we have to turn down some events. Pero sabi ko, ang ganda na kasi nung work ko din naman nung 2014. I was already an area visual manager na, and I was opening stores internationally, like across Middle East. Tas American brand pa yun. No? So, and I mean, I had a good salary, tapos a good benefits. Pero sabi ko, nung time na yon, it's either one or the other. Kasi mayroon akong 3-year-old daughter na nung time na yun. Sabi ko, wala akong time sa kanya. So sabi ko, it's either I choose one or the other. Pero sabi ko, ito stability. Ito opportunity. Kasi you can scale it, you know, parang ano. So sabi ko, alin ang pipiliin ko? So ngayon, syempre, I prayed and asked for a sign. So before ako mag-resign, number 1, yung boss ko nag-resign. Sabi ko, invite ng boss ko, nag-resign siya. So sabi ko, sign number 1. Kaso sabi ko, ano ba talaga? Siyempre, wala naman sa boss yan. Financially, doon ka saan ka secure, no? So, the book also, for a 40-hour work week, that was also great influence sa akin. Kasi nung binabasa ko 40-hour work week, you have to enjoy mini retirements and all. So, sabi ko, okay, ito rin convincing na to. Like another sign. And last sign was like, we got a project, a big project that was worth 3 months of my salary.
Okay. Wow.
Tapos sabi ko, sige, ito na. Resign na ako. So, yun. Kasi, yun nga. It was hard. It was not, yun nga, even though we had that project, may months na 0 kasi events, especially events, you know, wedding.
Yan yung engagement. Di ba sa akin, kung sa akin, nag-engage ko na, yung next year calendar ko, medyo okay na ako dito. Parang,
so, UK nga, in the West, they book a year in advance. Dito, last minute.
sa amin, actually, yung pinakamatagal ko is 18 months.
18 months in
Before
advance.
wedding to,
Oo.
Wedding. Kayo ba wedding agad? So, ano?
Wedding agad. So, actually, 2009, ang unang-una namin. So, nag-shoot kami ng 2009 weddings nung friends namin. Kasi sabi namin, yung photography namin yung wedding photographer namin sa Philippines, very traditional. So, nung pinakita namin yung photo, sabi, I was cringing. Sabi ko, this is not the type of photography I like. Gusto ko yung, and nag-attend ako ng workshop ng famous wedding photojournalist. Sabi ko, gusto ko yung gano'n, yung storytelling. Yung,
Yeah.
ang ganda nung fine art yung work. Sabi ko, dapat yan. Sabi ng friends ko, why don't you shoot our wedding? Kasi ayaw din namin matulad sa wedding niyo. Tapos sinut namin yung wedding niya. Tapos I was blogging. That time wala pang Facebook. So blogging, website. Tapos yung isang friend ko din sabi niya, I want you to shoot my wedding in the Philippines. So nag-set kami ng wedding sa Philippines.
Yeah.
Tapos share namin. Tapos merong Indian couple na nakita yung post namin sa, ano pangalan nun eh, Multiply ba? Or sa blog?
Hindi naman.
Tapos sabi nila, can you fly to India for our weddings?
Grabe.
Oo, tapos binook nila kami ng flights to India.
How much do they charge that time?
Funny, 6,000, ano yun? 6,000 dirhams.
Photo video na yun.
Photo only.
Photo on.
Photo only. Pero kasi ilang days din yun, no?
Multi-days yan eh.
Dalawang day.
So kasi Indian weddings usually, may mga...
Oo. Kung sagot na nila yung flights and...
Diba? Pero okay, so... Pero kayo, nung nag-set up ka ng business dito sa Dubai as a photo video company, what is did you actually have a business plan or at least niche the market? Ano yung lower end, mid-range o high end? So
nung time na nag-start kami, syempre namin sabi namin, we have to protect, kasi I have the background of, kasi nag-marketing ako. Part ng work ko is marketing and branding.
Yeah.
So I said like, we'll not sell ourselves low. Tapos we have to establish a name, kaya nagkumuha agad kami ng website, tapos pati yung website ako nagde-design, tapos pati yung so yun yung in-start namin. So meron talagang pangalan. Sabi ko pa nga, kailangan yung name natin kasi they said your name should be easy to pronounce and easy to spell.
Yeah.
So para
So,
maging
branding talaga yan.
So talagang, pero sabi na, Melrish, parang pangit. Sabi ko, cheesy. Pero, ni-register na ng husband ko. Sabi niya, bakit? 2 syllables. Magbilis spell. Okay, sige na nga. We're stuck kasi nilagyan mo na ng website.
Alright. So what's the brand called?
Melrish.
Melrish, which is...
Me. That's my husband, Arish.
So kasi just a combination of your initials. Parang ganun.
Correct. Oo.
Ang galing. So parang ako din naman kasi kami.
Ano pangalan ng son?
Ako is Jologs, yung brand ko kauna-unahan.
Okay,
So
yeah,
parang me is V for victory, my wife was A. Pero share ownership yun. So, kumbaga yung investment namin. Sa Manila to. So, I call it A&V Studio. Pag tinignan mo yun,
okay.
the A&V Studios kasi may studio talaga kami literal. At the same time, weddings, events, ID, lahat kasama. So, parang gano'n. Tapos yung studio ng portrait photographer sa Philippines, maliit lang. Pero that time, wala akong alam sa pagninegosyo. I'm just gonna set up the business. I don't know how to do business. What I know is, if I'm gonna put something in the mall, parang, i-risk ko na, kikita yan eventually. In my mind, di ba, parang, wala naman background sa pagninegosyo eh. So sabi ko, I was spending money na gano'n, nasa 10,000 na yung investment sa camera.
Mahal pa yung
Kasi
camera.
hobby lang yun eh. Tapos hindi pa ako nakapag-charge. But then, sabi ko, sige, gamitin natin maging negosyo. Kasi yun yung gusto kong gawin eh. Kasi photography, kasi photography muna bago nag-ship to video. Anyway,
Yes, exactly. Photo na lang ako rin.
so anyway, so that's my story. But just balik tayo doon sa story mo kasi ako yata yung...
Kaya interesado din ako maraming story mo.
we will talk about that outcome later. So yeah, so ang galing. Tapos, okay. So nasa isip mo na yon na ang target nyo is at least mid-range to high-end. Okay. So when you start, how do you actually price your service?
So of course, we studied the market. Pero nung time kasi na yon, we cannot price high kasi wala pa kaming portfolio.
Yeah.
So we tried to build portfolio. We went on Groupon.
Okay.
Kasi at least sa Groupon, you can say this is your original price, pero this is going to be your discount.
That's a very
price.
marketing strategistic style, yeah.
So at least nakakuha kami ng clients, tapos doon kami nakakuha ng portfolio, tapos hanggang dumami na yung portfolio namin.
Galing. First client, magkano naalala mo? Apart from 6,000 sa ano yan eh. Kasi hindi naman yun yung unang-unang client mo, right?
Una kong clients, mga portraits. Mga
Okay.
500, charge namin 1 hour photo shoot.
Okay.
Meron kaming pang 400 for 1 hour photo shoot.
That's good money already,
Yes,
di ba?
yes.
Pero in terms of wedding event,
Yun.
do you remember how much they charge for the first ever wedding?
Yun nga, 6,000. Pero kasi sa India.
Kauna-unahan yun,
Oo,
na-charge wedding.
Yes,
Ang galing mo naman. So, yung portfolio
For
mo,
2 days kasi.
hindi, yung portfolio mo, the reason they hire you, obviously, they have to see your portfolio, di ba? May portfolio ka lang, pero yung sinunod ng mga kaibigan mo,
Yes,
na wala, hindi mo chinarge yun.
Yes.
Ang galing. So, anong pakaramdam ng 2 libreng wedding? So, literal na 2 portfolio pa lang?
So, tatlo. Bale, 2 yung friends kong kinasal sa beach.
Okay.
Tapos, then yung isa sa sa Philippines.
Okay.
Tas,
How much is the 6,000 in UK? But in
parang
comparison?
divided by, pag euro,
Four?
divided by 4.
Oo, so,
Pero yung time na yun, divided by 5 pa.
so parang mga nasa,
1,200 euros.
yeah, not bad at all. Kasi ako, buo na yung portfolio sa Pilipinas, tumatakbo na. I introduced the first ever, nasa halos ganon. Pero I'm spending so much money in terms of,
Pero may album.
wedding fair sa
sa
London.
wedding fair,
Yun doon ako nag-launch eh. So, pero agresibo din ako mag-market eh. Pero sobrang dami. Oo.
Katulong creators na nag-fair ka na agad.
Oh, so that's the way for me to get the portfolio I want. Paano ako makakapag-wedding ng puti kung hindi ako mag-shoot ng puti? Diba?
Correct, yes.
But then, lahat ng portfolio ko galing sa Pilipinas.
Oo.
Diba? Kasi Pilipino yung wedding. Wala pa akong puti, diba? So, that's what I'm gonna charge. But the only thing I could sell it is just for that average, kung ano yung average market, diba? So, nag-start ako talaga sa low end. Diba? So, but then, anyway, so, after the first wedding ng Indian, ano nangyari?
May nag-book sa amin, actually, 2 yung nakuha kong wedding sa India ng time na yun. So, isang nagbayad ng 6,000 kasi 2 days yung wedding niya. Isa nagbayad ng 3,000. So,
Same with,
same,
Week
parang
or-
same week. Yeah.
oh, that's not bad. So,
3 days,
9,000 in...
Exactly. Tapos nakapasyal pa kami sa Taj Mahal in between.
Wow, that's not bad. This is the beauty of
Correct.
doing this job,
Yun.
diba?
Tapos sabi ko, ang sarap maging part ng wedding kasi tuwan-tuwa pa sa amin yung families as when you're part of the family.
Grabe.
And the good thing about the Indian community is that they will refer you.
Absolutely. I agree. Respeto. At sa mga, ako din, nung nakashoot ako ng Indian wedding, oh my goodness.
If they
right?
really like you, they will,
Absolutely. And I think that's ilang magpipinsan kapatid, kuya.
yes,
Pag
lahat ng bridesmaids. So, pagdating din namin dito, as soon as na-post namin yung
Wedding nila.
sunod-sunod na yun.
So, nakuha mo yung community hanggang ngayon?
Indian
Indian community.
Yes, last week we did a 3-day wedding in Abu Dhabi. Pero yung couple, the groom was based in UK and the bride was based in Hong Kong.
Wonderful. So, would you consider yourself that here you are in the luxury market already? Now, as we speak?
Ano pa rin, hindi pa kami sa taas na taas.
How much do they charge now? If you don't mind me.
So that wedding, we charged them about, kasi kasama yung drone, kasi nag-drone
Yeah.
kami. So
Yeah.
it's approximately nasa 58,000.
Okay. Oh, wait. Yeah. Which is, how much is that in Philippine money?
58,000. So about times 15. So halos 800,000.
Photo and video.
Photo and video.
Not bad. So, multi-day wedding to.
3-day wedding.
3-day wedding. Wow. That's not bad at all, di ba? Pero
Yeah.
it's not on the high also.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Still not on the high.
But it's still, I would say that's, nasa end din ng mid-range. Di ba?
Yes, mid lang talaga.
Oo. Yung top of the mid-range
yeah,
market,
yes,
which is good. Wow. So, ang galing. So, ilang wedding target nyo a year?
So one time we did 108 weddings in a year. That was in 2017. Tapos, 2018. Pero ngayon, last year, we only did about 40. Kasi after COVID, syempre COVID, na-wipe out lahat ng ano namin. No? Then after that, unti-unti lang kaming nag-recover. Tapos, ang hirap ng makarecover. Kasi not everyone was spending on weddings anymore. Tapos, yun din.
Grabe.
So, from after COVID, unti-unti lang lumaki na 30, 35, 40.
Yeah.
Last year. So, hanggang ngayon, nasa ano pa lang kami.
Galing.
40.
May gusto lang ako tanong, in terms of, how do you, in terms of increase, kasi lahat tayo, di ba, para sa akin, and this kind of thing, just para sa kalaman lang ng iba, di ba? Yung mga kamunod ng mga creatives din. Ako kasi nung nag-increase ako ng price, I'm just testing the water every time. Minsan pagdududaan mo pa sarili mo, di ba?
Yes.
Ikaw, how do you increase your price? Kasi wala naman talagang certain rules in terms of when could I increase? Ikaw, ano yung basihan mo para mag-increase ka para sa... Kunyari, nag-increase ka ngayon. Ilang kontrata bago mag-increase ulit?
To be honest, ngayon realize that it is kasi hindi kami pwedeng fix the whole year.
Mhm.
Summer, you have to give discount kasi walang weddings dito. Pero peak, you can then ask demand. So ngayon, the way we increase is to number one, you have to study the market, compare your prices. So, inaano pa rin namin. So, meron talagang mas matataas pa rin sa amin in the market. Pero kami, hindi kami pwedeng bumaba at this level kasi nag-calculate kami ng overhead cost. Tapos, magkano yung... pero, it was, of course, higher than how we charged before. Kasi meron na kaming overhead.
Well, so never gonna go down. When you charge, unless talagang,
Yes.
oh my God. That
Pero
is
ngayon, the branding is very strict kami when it comes to branding, that this is how we do, like may SOPs kami, this is how we take care of our clients. Kasi,
How do you do, mayroon ng mga freelance na sa white level sa inyo? Parang associated with your brand. In other words, you send somebody to do the weddings for your brand? O,
hindi, meron pa rin laging may team member pa rin kami na kailangan,
pero without you na in your hand?
without me or Arish na. Kasi ngayon, iba yung rate namin. Iba, ako, like,
Okay, so doon sa inyong dalawa. Doon pag-usapan natin.
correct. Pag
pagkakayong
ako
dalawa.
nasa wedding, iba rate ko.
O kaya nga, magkano yun?
May additional akong 10K.
Okay, so yung pinakamahal na commission, pagka kayong dalawa, ang kukunin as a lead director,
Yeah.
ikaw in charge, photo ka ba or video side of it?
Hybrid ako. Photo ng video.
Si husband ganun din?
Yes.
Okay. So kung kayong dalawa kukunin ni client, which is then, as we speak, yung pinakamahalan na commission yung magkano?
So we charge if I kasama ako. Pag ako, kasi husband ko minsan sumasama talaga siya. Pero pag ako kasama ko minsan, madalas it's one day na nasa 38K.
Okay, one day event. Which is then, 38 is about, nasa 500,000 ba yan? Pesos?
Pesos.
Okay, which is pang nasa UK ng 7K. Okay, ang galing. Galing. So, ikaw lang yung isa, tapos may second shooter ka?
May team ako.
Ilan mo kayo sa team?
So ngayon may in-house kami na 12.
Okay.
So,
When you say in-house, it's salary.
salary, yes.
Oo.
Okay, yes.
Ang galing.
Meron kami kasing warehouse studio sa
Wow.
Artus.
Ang ganda.
4,000 square feet.
So, this warehouse is for the photography, videography.
Yes.
Ang galing. So, doon din yung editing nyo? So, lahat dito, ginagawa
Yes.
sa Dubai?
Correct. Meron kami sa Philippines, pero ang namin sa Philippines is, meron kaming account manager doon, tapos meron kaming photographer.
Galing. Okay. Magandang tanong doon sa mga creatives din na maaring ang dami kong natutunan sa'yo sa pag-uusap natin dito kasi pares tayo ginagawa, di ba? In terms of, what they call this, yung kinikita mo sa corporate na that time umalis ka, magkano na yun?
Nasa 9K, di ba?
And then, umalis na ako, umabot na ako ng 18,000
18,000.
na sweldo. Kaya nga nahirapan ako umalis.
Hindi, pero ngayon, di ba?
Oo.
Kaya mo na palang gawin ng isang araw yung kalahati ng isang buwan.
Correct. Pero mahirap pa rin magbayad mahirap makahanap ng
No. Actually, na-double mo na. Di ba? Parang actually, I was thinking, I was confusing because I was just trying to convert my di ba? Actually, di ba? Parang 30, sabi mo 38. Pagkasama ka, may kasama yung team. Na kinikita mo na isang araw, doble pa doon sa sweldo mo ng isa.
Pero siguro mga ano lang yan. Nag-change lang ako ng ganyang pricing starting last year.
Galing.
Kasi dati parang sumasama pa rin ako kahit magkano bayad. Pero I realized that you have to, dahil because of your years of experience and you have to build your name as a brand na, ikaw yung, like for example, I'm the lead storyteller and I have bagged like, for example, I'm an award-winning director na nagkaroon na ako ng Emirates Film Fest director, best director twice.
Wow.
So sabi ko, if I'm the one shooting,
Galing.
kasi, yung time mo din na dapat nasa business ka, nagmamanage ng business, tas kukunin ka sa shooter. Kaya iba presyo nun. So,
Course. Diba? Kasi ano yun parang yun yung passive income. You just run the business, but then obviously, it doesn't necessarily ikaw yun. Ang maganda pa sa inyo, hindi sa masyadong personal, kasi ako personal brand Kaya ako talaga, pag hindi pwedeng wala ako sa lahat ng wedding. Mas pangalan ko yun.
Pero like, I got this idea also, let's say, Jason Magbano
Yeah.
Ibang rate ni Jason, iba yung nasa team
sa team niya. So, ako naman, ang gumawa ako ng isang sub-brand. Kung gusto mo ng mas...
So, gawa ka na sabi. Dinisip ko din yung I played with that idea.
Yeah, so
how does...
Well, kasi ganito, kunyari, si client, gusto, hindi naman kaya yung budget.
Exactly.
You just pass it on then. But then, who's the team you're gonna send? Diba? Kasi obviously, freelance yan. Hindi naman ako nag-in-house So, otherwise, it's just waste of... Pero ikaw, take ka ng risk.
Mo yung
Kasi ang nangyayari, diba? So, ang magiging option ni client, okay, papadala mo yung team na yan. Can you send me some projects of that the team is done? They're gonna send, but then, okay, may nag-yes. But kasi, pero in terms of marketing kasi, ako yun hindi ako marunong masyado magaling mag-marketing. So, napupunta dun sa sub-brand, spill lang galing sa personal brand.
Kasi pag nilakay yung personal,
Doon na lang, 'di ba? So, well, that's the thing. Pero yung personal sa brand hindi masyado malayo. That's yung sinasabi ko nga the power of branding, 'di ba? Is totally exclusive kasi pag personal
Oo.
'Di ba? So, pero sa the fact na nakaka-charge ka rin sa gusto mo pag ikaw, it is always psychological yan 'di ba? Okay, hindi ba ako sige yung team ko papadala ko. Ganun lang 'yon.
Oo.
Ganda.
Yun.
So, okay, so in the next 5 years time, in terms of dito sa core business mo na photography and videography, where do you see yourself in terms of charging? How much do you want? Kasi, I mean, sky's the limits di ba? Kasi, akala ko mahal na ako Dati I mean...
Correct. Yeah, I have a coach. Sabi niya, you should be charging how much? Like, you should look at yourself na reach the level of Anna Leibovitz. So, sabi ko, syempre, idol pa rin pero for me, kasi meron pa rin tayong limiting beliefs that we have to overcome na parang, can I really reach that level? May mga question pa rin na gano'n.
Well, lahat naman tayo gano'n, hindi mawawala yun. Pero sa akin, sa tingin ko, how could I get there? Kasi I don't want just gonna name names, right?
Yeah.
When I heard the guy, I was working from the US to London. When it is huge wedding planner from the US.
Okay.
So that's his 60th birthday. I'm charging, I mean, obviously, kasi sana makapogi points tayo dito sa wedding planner na to, diba?
To get more business.
Correct.
Yun yung target natin.
Tinignan mo yung portfolio, ibang level, diba?
Oo, sa mga clientele.
Yeah,
exclusive.
so obviously, I got a chance, it's a privilege to work with the US photographer. Video ko So, sila photo. Tinanong ko yung presyo. They charge us $50,000. What?
$50,000?
Yeah, one wedding, US dollar.
Oh, wow.
So sabi ko, you're probably the most expensive photographer in the whole world. Of course we're not. Okay. If you are not the first, ganun ako magtanong parang hindi naman ito JS's interview, di ba? Pero magtanong ako diretso So, if you're not the one, if you're not the one that's the most expensive in the world, who's the one? Well, they mentioned the name and they said, how much they charge? 100K. It's double what they're charging. I said, what?
Wow.
Okay. So
That's
anyway.
5 million pesos.
Diba? Tapos, ito pa lupit. Diba? We're doing this podcast and everything. So, I was sort of connected. And I was just so, parang sobrang yung interest ko. How could I,
How can we charge it like that?
That much. And, just looking for the photo. Okay. Okay. So, sabi ko, tapos, I was just following them.
listen to the podcast. This particular guy that they're talking about was the guest. Tapos tinanong si 100,000. Obviously, alam mo yun sa buong industry Di ba? Kung $100,000 ka nag-charge, ikaw na yung pinakamataas Do you think you hit the ceiling in terms of price? Yun yung tanong Sabi niya, in the next 2 years' time, how much do you think you're gonna charge? Kasi sa feeling namin, ikaw na yung pinakamahal How would you gonna, sabi niya, I think I'm just gonna change it the way I charge. Tinanong siya, how are you gonna do it? Parang blunt din lang yung question. But then, I think after I shot the wedding in Paris, which is, the dress is $1 million.
$1 million.
The dress itself, the wedding dress of the bride.
Dress of the bride.
Yeah, it's $1 million. I think I'm gonna change the way I charge by, if the whole budget of the wedding is $5 million, I'm just gonna charge percentage. I said, no one does it Hanggang ngayon, wala pang gumagawa nun If I'm just charged, let's say, whatever the percentage I'm gonna get out of that total budget,
Correct.
even 5%, that's 500, how much? The 5 million, 5%.
250,000.
250,000, correct? It's double the 100,000. It's more than double.
Correct, yeah.
If I charge 10%, that's times 5. Sabi ko, ganun katapang to. Di ba? Parang ganun. At sa tingin ko, mangyayari yun Kasi billionaire people, kapag nandoon ka na, at ikaw yung nakikita nilang pinakamahal sa buong mundo, they would mind paying that money. And I said, yun yung nagiging inspiration ko ngayon. How could I get there? Yun yung question
Correct.
Diba? Parang, kasi alam ko, mangyayari yun doon sa circle mo. Kasi client, diba, na parang, siyempre may circle din yan Kung sino yung nag-picture sa kanila, alam nila yan
Yes.
Ganun
Kaya
yun
nga, kung sino,
na-breakthrough. Diba? Parang ganun Pag na-breakthrough ka doon sa luxury market, this is the thing.
Plus it's a FOMO, like, sino binook mo? Wow. And we can pay that much to that photographer.
Diba?
I will also book, para lang ma-prove ko na mayaman ako, bubuk ko din yung photographer na yan.
Exactly that. That's the way it goes.
Exactly.
Kasi narinig ko na rin yun. How much they charge? Ang ganda ng video, ang ganda ng photos
Yeah.
We're not hiring you. Kasi hindi yung rejection dahil maganda yung picture. That's not the question you're not expensive
Zero
enough.
din the name.
You're not hindi. Minsan nag-charge di ba? I like your stuff, but your price is too low. You're not expensive enough.
Correct, yeah.
Talaga ba? Sabi ko, di ba?
Correct.
Kaya parang, sometimes it's so confusing where you're gonna position yourself, but then it's a question of, nothing is this connection. Okay, so, sabi mo nga, 38K, di ba? Yung pinakamahal sa ngayon, yung doble na yung
Team na yun. Pero team na kasi yun. Pero team pa yun. Ibig sabihin, team pa yun.
Diba?
Dapat I should be charging similar to
Yeah, you can do it. I mean, it's a question of, sino ba yung nagbidikta ng price? It's us, right?
Correct.
So people, when you say, if it's my price, it's the price. It's a question of, prepare ka ba na mawala yan o hindi? Kasi people would not go for you because not of the price. Kapag nakita yung picture na gusto ka, pag may pera, ito yung market mo This is my ideal client. They would have me. Diba? So, ikaw, in the next 5 years' time, ano yung pinakamahal na gusto mong singilin sa wedding? Kasi sabi nga, dream big diba?
Yes. Well, number one, kasi I'll just, so sabihin na natin, hindi ako, I cannot shoot like long hours.
Yeah, okay.
Siguro half day, that's the best times of the day lang. Like, for example, I should be the main creative only. Pero like the must, like family photos. Pero I should be, if I would go shoot a wedding, siguro I want to be able to charge myself. Take home ko is about 30K plus yung team. So,
okay. Yeah. So
That's
because that's your value,
Yes,
di ba?
yes.
If alam mo na yung value mo, mas madali na mag-price
Correct,
based on your,
yes. Maliit pa nga yung compared sa'yo, pero at least yung mag-shoot lang ako ng sunset, tas a bit of reception, pero dapat
Okay.
I'm like,
you will get there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tasting the water. Tomorrow, we
Correct,
change.
yes.
Pag may voice inquiry from today, from now on,
correct.
di ba? Testingin ko nga yan.
Correct. Kasi ngayon, ang is na pupunta lahat sa, although yes, that's true, kasi wedding still, syempre ako na magtatanong.
Okay.
Ano ba, kasi napansin namin here in the Middle East, the weddings have not been given a lot of budget since pandemic? Or is it because of the Gen Z people, they don't have budgets? Or ano na?
Well, kasi sasabihin
Parang
ko
merong ano.
para sa akin kasi 'di ba, parang 2024 kasi nag-boom ng 2021, just temporary
kasi
boom
namiss nila, oo,
di ba?
temporary
Just
boom.
for 7.
Oo,
Kasi nga the reason for that was ang daming gusto magpakasal, di makasal kasi walang wedding dahil sa pandemic, di ba? So after ng pandemic,
Open up.
oh, that's is normal kasi at saka cycle yan, di ba? Nangyayari talaga. Apart from obviously yung normal lang kasi nahinto yung nag-engage during the 3 years pandemic. Kaya ang bubbles is kumaga 2025, 24 is not good for wedding anyway. Kasi talagang yun yung kukunti naging engage. Nakasal lahat yung gustong ikasal nung 2021, 22, 23. Diba? Up to a little bit of 24. But 25 is not much. But I think 26 is more promising in terms of calendar. But my worst is kasi my observation is nung sa price ko, personally, yung sa tingin ko dahil sa price, kaya nabawasan. Kasi expected yun eh. When you put the price so much, especially kung talagang significant yung increase, ang daming malalaglag. Diba? Na, oy, that's too expensive. But then it's a question of, okay, wait, that's how much you charge. But then obviously, sino ba yung market ng ganitong presyo? Kasi yung iba hindi na nagpupunta ng Google eh. Para hanapin yung ganun kataas.
Instagram.
Kasi yung sinasabi ko sa yung photographer na they charge $100, this is all kind of may circle na yan eh. Doon din, sila na yun. Magkakakilala yan, paulit-ulit lang na yung mga ganun. Yun lang naman yun sa akin. So, pag naging magkanda ka ng ganun ka lang mag-charge, they will definitely get you to that kind of stuff. Diba? Which nagsisimula yan sa mga circle ng wedding planner o wedding producer. Doon yun. So, ikaw, target in the next 5 years time, how much sky's the limit. Sabi ko nga, magkano mong, kung 30 ka ngayon, 30K yung para sa'yo. Pagkasama ka, plus, diba? On a day, in the next 5 years time, magkano yung gusto mo? Kasi wala naman limit talaga dito eh.
I'll be really thankful pag 50.
Na pera dito, which is 20 na lang.
Next 5 years, yes.
Kaya man. I think 2 years.
Actually, sabi ko, syempre, gusto ko mag-enjoy na lang that time.
And the way you look at it, you have kids, right? Ngayon. So, ang sasabihin mo na ngayon yan, gusto ko na lang mas maraming time ko sa kids ko. Kasi okay, tumatakbo na, may pera ka naman eh. Diba? Nandiyan yan. Tuloy-tuloy na yun eh. Kasi you get the brand there. Diba? Na may team ka na. Diba? Pero sa akin, yung presyo mo, kung gusto mong pamahalin, kaya pa. You can do it. And I can say that the 2 years, believe me, after this, diba? Just apply what I did things and then
Sige pa.
I would say that come, diba? May pag-usap tayo. But anyway, so ano na lang. Advice na lang sa mga creatives na makakanood. Doon sa gusto pala magsimula kung paano, ang galaki na, sa iyo nag-boom yung team. Ako, personal brand, hanggang ngayon solopreneur pa rin ako. May team ako pero hindi in-house. Yung in-house ko nauna eh, baligtad ako eh. Nauna yung in-house ko, tapos pandemic lumagapak, nagka-mentor ako, sarado lahat yan. Ako na lang mag-isa, just focus on my thing ngayon. But then the GS is another thing. This is my other, about the camera, but then, unfortunately, this one is in front of the camera. But yeah, di ba? So, sa akin, kung may gustong magsimula ng photography, videography, advice para sa mga kababayan nating maaring OFW rin, di ba, na nanunood at, it's your time.
So, my advice is taking care of your branding first, because that will help you dictate yung pricing kapag usapan natin. Kasi if you're going to also limit yourself, if you have that limiting belief and you say na pababaan ng presyo, this is something that hurts, number one, the industry. It will also hurt you, and you will not survive. You will not thrive with that kind of pricing model na pababaan ng presyo just to win the client. You have to think long term and play the long game. And then that means if you want to play the long game, you have to focus on branding. What is your narrative? So that's how you can sell.
Okay. Doon sa mag-uumpisa pa lang na hindi pa nag-uumpisa, baka natatakot, 'di ba? Parang ikaw, 'di ba? Parang ikaw na-scam pa nga eh, 'di ba? But then you just gusto mo lang talagang gawin 'to yung pagpo-photography and videography.
Oh, I've seen a
Diba?
lot
Na parang sa tingin ko talaga yung unang portfolio, mga unang 3 wedding, hindi masamang kumuha ng 3. Pero the fact na siguro after that 3, kung talagang okay na, pang-5 dapat kahit papaano. Kahit man lang yung pang isang linggong sweldo mo, 'di ba? Kumbaga, if the weekly salary is 500 sa UK, for example, if you can charge that for 1 day, just to fuel you, to make sure that there's a future, di ba? Just do it. Okay.
So my advice if you're starting is learn learn as much as you can. Parang, be an assistant, be a second shooter if you can, no? So to learn the ropes, to learn how to service the client. Kasi number, you cannot gamble then na like, oh, for example, you just immediately get a wedding. Kasi number one, that's someone's special day. You cannot just say like, okay, isusugal ko to, I will try to do my best. But you don't know. Pero that's why it's better to be a second shooter first, observe, learn, and then read a lot of books, watch a lot of videos ngayon, YouTube University,
Grabe,
you know?
di
So
ba?
there's a lot of things you can learn from YouTube. And sa photography and video, it's not about, I mean, like, the equipment will help you.
Mhm.
Your creativity does not depend on the camera or the gear. It's sa mata pa rin.
Yeah, galing. Oo, aral. Hanggang tayo ngayon, ako rin hanggang ngayon, di ba, parang ako mga, ganun pala yung ginagawa na ganun magsasawa. How can I get that?
Correct,
But in style copycat, is always gonna get something, kasi magkakaiba tayo ng mga, sa editing pala, magkakaiba na eh. Tapos sa pagsashot din, di ba, parang, sa akin, hindi mo sama mangopya, pero huwag naman copy lahat, di ba,
Yes.
diretso. But,
Lahat naman daw ng artist, ng
magkakaiba tayo ng interpretation somehow, di
yes,
ba?
in-interpret natin differently.
Yeah.
But it's still someone's from this and then combine.
Okay. Time doon sa mga client naman. Baka potential client naman, di ba? So, this is your time to promote your business.
Okay, so I own pala, by the way, this is my second company.
Okay, so
Hi.
let's talk, promote that business.
Promote first the second company muna.
Okay.
So I get the pearls from the Philippines. These are all from the Philippines, from traders from the Philippines. Use South Sea pearls. They're harvested from Palawan. And then they're all handcrafted here in Dubai with gold and silver. So that's my business. It's called Olivia Pearls, named after my mom. So you can find it online, www.oliviapearls.com. And please follow our Instagram because it's a small business right now. It's Olivia Pearl Jewelry. And yes, we ship internationally and worldwide. And of course, our main business, which is about 17 years old, is the Melrish Studio. So we cover a lot of weddings. We've done about approximately more than 1,500 weddings already. Pero syempre, the goal was to charge more. We were not we're after quality. So kasi so we've covered weddings across Asia and Europe. We've done one wedding pa lang in Europe pala. Dalawang weddings pala in Europe pala.
Madami yan.
You know, so hopefully. Kasi nga, we're opening our bookings this summer for June to August across Europe and the Philippines kasi we have a Philippine branch. And we also offer corporate event coverage. Pero ngayon, we're pivoted into a complete agency. We're specializing in content creation.
Oh, wow. Galing.
So www.melrish.com or follow our Instagram, Melrish.
So, doon sa mga negosyante, kasi nagko-corporate kayo, right? Baka may mga kababayan tayong gusto magpa-shoot lang ng content sa Dubai na hindi pa nadidinig yung pangalan niyo, baka dahil sa video. Pero I'm sure kilalang ka na sa Dubai. Walang, no doubt. Di ba? Baka may nangangailangan ng content para sa kanilang mga businesses.
Correct. Yeah. So if you have, if you want like different kind of content, hindi boring. That's what we specialize in. Storytelling with candidness and fun.
Galing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sir Vic.
Sobrang galing. Oo. Thank you so much. So, I'm sure sa creative ng mga kaibigan natin at nalamang creative tong part ng ito, manunood sila for sure. And I'm sure sa akin, ang daming natutunan sa iyo. At salamat sa pag-share ng story sa amin.
Maraming tututunan sa iyo ngayon.
Okay. So, ayan mga kababayan at maraming salamat po sa time at sa panonood ulit. At sana po ay nakapulot ng aral at inspirasyon ang video na to or ang episode na to. At kung kayo po ay nag-enjoy, pakishare na lang po yung video na to. Maraming salamat po at hanggang sa muli. Ciao!